Our recommendation is just to review all those documents for consistency of the non-discrimination statement, include all protected classes, and then the one in particular in Board Policy 602.1. So just another look through to make sure that everything is up to date. The next section is Mary Beth. Would you like to share that one?
I have a strength and a recommendation to share with you on the section on equity, school improvement, and the educational program. And I'll read a brief overview of that particular section. This section includes equity issues related to the school improvement process, curriculum, instruction, assessment, student achievement, achievement gaps, media services, and the counseling program. Equity issues related to the Comprehensive School Improvement Plan, or the CSIP, the Annual Progress Report, APR, and the SIAC might also be included here. First of these, strength. In the district overview, district leadership reported with pride on the resiliency and spirit in the community, the community's passion for children and education, the skilled, experienced, and energetic staff, many outstanding families, and tremendous young people, and the excellent facilities of the school district. There is a commitment to whatever it takes, with the staff and leadership using the book as a book study and making no excuses when it comes to teaching all children. A recommendation that I'd like to share under that same section. Comments made in several interview groups indicate that there is little evidence in the district that incorporates multicultural, gender-fair approaches consistently throughout the educational program. Although students in the district and the community are predominantly Caucasian, data show that the number of minority students is gradually increasing. The district is encouraged to develop a proactive approach toward creating a welcoming and inclusive educational community for these new students and their families. Even though a policy exists, the team found little evidence that MCGF is integrated into the curriculum on a consistent, regular basis across the instructional program. The evidence found appeared to be coincidental more than purposeful. Because students need to be prepared for a diverse world and living and working in a global economy, intentional efforts need to be made to examine policies and practices which reflect MCGF approaches to teaching and learning. And we have provided a list of specific examples for you.
Next section is Donna.
I have the section on physical education, extracurricular activities, and athletics. And the descriptor for this section includes equity issues related to the physical education program, the athletic program, and other extracurricular activities. It also includes the equity of locker rooms, facilities, equipment, and coaching opportunities. We found a couple of nice strengths. Participation in all physical education activities are open to both males and females and are conducted on a coeducational basis. Students with disabilities are integrated with the regular general education student population during physical education classes. The emphasis of the physical education program is on lifetime recreational activities and health and conditioning skills. Another strength, the district is reaching out to students from low-income families to encourage them to participate in athletics and extracurricular activities in the following ways. They check on these kids, they mentor them, try to get more parents on board, send letters home along with making phone calls, helping with the cost of the activities, place announcements in the newspaper and the radio, and in general create a respectful environment. For team dinners, parents volunteer to have the dinners at their home or at school. We have no concerns, recommendations, and there are no areas of noncompliance in this section.
Tom is going to go into the next section.
Hi. My section is on access, integration, and inclusion. This section includes equity issues related to enrollment trends in buildings, programs, courses, and activities on the basis of gender, racial, ethnic background, and disability. Also included is the review of accessibility of facilities and the instructional program for students, staff, parents, and community members with disabilities. Here's a strength. Regarding CTE course enrollment patterns, data from EdInsight, which is the state's data warehouse, show that most courses of study appear to not be segregated regarding gender, race, or disability status. Agricultural education, business education, marketing education, and family and consumer sciences seem to have both boys and girls enrolling in courses. Health occupations education, which in many cases is only including nursing-type courses, offers courses in emergency medical technology, EMT training, which is an opportunity for boys to engage in health occupations coursework. And that's a good thing. That's something that I haven't found in lots of other places. So keep that up. Okay. Sorry, I'm not supposed to add lib. Here's a recommendation. The data displayed in Ed Insight, State Data Warehouse, enables districts to examine enrollment data on the basis of race, gender, disability, and SES to examine enrollment patterns and trends. Specifically regarding open enrollment, 88 students open enrolled out to 8 other districts, while only 35 students open enrolled in. The district is encouraged to have several district personnel trained in the use of Ed Insight and utilize this tool to monitor enrollment and achievement trends to students in the district. Keep monitoring these enrollment data to recognize changes in enrollment trends, which may lead to actions to affect changes in those trends.
And Gary Schwartz will be submitting us a report back that will incorporate it into our written report for the physical accessibility issues that he Mary Beth.
I have a section on support services for special populations. This section includes a review of the support services, accommodations, and educational programming provided for English language learners, students with disabilities, that would be special education, and Section 504, at-risk students, homeless students, as well as gifted and talented students. A couple of strengths in this area. Basics and Beyond provides a caring and effective model for students who have not been successful in the comprehensive high school. Students reported that the staff and classes offered are responsive to their needs. There is a class for teen parents, parents as teachers, weekly student progress reports for parents to keep, incentives for Friday afternoon, flexible scheduling option for students who are caught up with their work, teachers who call students who are absent, strong teacher and family relationships. Also, another strength is the instructional support staff for special education is very committed and a caring group of paraprofessionals. They often volunteer their own personal time without pay to meet student needs. In terms of concern and recommendation, the district lacks a comprehensive plan for identifying and serving homeless students. This plan should include a protocol for interviewing and registering homeless children and youth for school enrollment, informal assessment procedures to determine appropriate class placement, gathering previous school information, verifying immunizations, and identifying specific student needs. The name of the district's homeless coordinator is not known to most students or staff. Although it was reported that homeless rights posters are located in school buildings and throughout the community, very few were evident. The district must have information posted in community shelters and other locations encouraging homeless children and youth to enroll. This includes hanging posters in school buildings, convenience stores, and public buildings where homeless families may gather. Information on the posters must list the name and contact information of the district's homeless coordinator, as well as the name and contact information for the state homeless coordinator.
The areas of non-compliance in that section kind of echo what are in the accreditation report, the at-risk, the gifted and talented program. And then we have a concern about what we found to be kind of a contradiction in board policy. According to board policy, the Newton Community School District students who attend basics and beyond shall be considered students of the Newton Community School District and may participate in the extracurricular activities and school events of Newton Senior High School. They are entitled to purchase a student activity ticket if they so desire. Basics and beyond high school students who wish to participate in Newton Community School District extracurricular activities must meet the academic and good conduct eligibility requirements of the Newton Community School District. So that's your board policy. And what we found in practice, and I will tell you that this is something we can converse about because it may not be an area of noncompliance right now, it's just a concern for us, is that in multiple groups indicated that the students served in basics and beyond are required to enroll in at least one class in the comprehensive high school in order to participate in athletics or extracurricular activities. That seemed to us inconsistent with the board policy stated above.